Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate, and it's been used for thousands of years. In fact, there's a lot of sign that the Egyptians used a similar thing for a lot of different purposes. The frontiersmen would carry about 2 pounds of this with them when they got ready to go out west. And a lot of different type things you can do, whether it's hygiene, whether it's cleaning, whether it's medicinal, first aid. And a lot of times, guys, you know, we have this around in our homes. But we're going to continue the series of, again, taking everyday items and using them for survival purposes. You got to improvise to survive. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of different packages. Arm & Hammer is just predominantly the biggest baking soda company. You know, you can go to any store. I just have a generic box here, and there are other types that are around. But the big thing you want to do is to make sure that this is pure baking soda, and you'll know that by looking at the ingredients. Sodium bicarbonate, 100%. Of course, one thing that all American households have is baking soda in their refrigerator. Of course, baking soda is known for cooking. So refrigerator, cooking, those are your two main sources, but those are every day. It is slightly abrasive, which actually aids, especially in cleaning, things like that. It makes it a great paste when you add a little bit of water to it. And that's important for some of the medicinal purposes. Now, if you have some kind of skin irritation, insect bites, poison ivy, poison oak, something like that, we can make a little paste. Just add a little bit of water. That's one of the things about baking soda that's nice, is that, you know, you can use this as a paste. So let's say you have some kind of irritation. Just work it in, let it dry. It'll dry out any kind of, especially like poison oak or, you know, insect bites, things like that. And just leave it on there, let it set, and this will help with any kind of irritation. My favorite use is to use it as an exfoliant. This gets rid of that pesky dead skin. Okay, now baking soda is also known to be a good fire extinguisher. So we're going to test it. Of course, I got this Vaseline and cotton ball. It may be a little difficult. But throw it on there. It actually takes the oxygen out of the air, so it ceases it. Now, do you want to waste a lot of baking soda putting out a fire? Just according to the situation, but definitely something that could be used. And unfortunately, that was a nice little fire we had going. Now, cooking over an open flame, you know, you're going to get a lot of residue and things. I mean, it kind of bakes on after a while. You want to keep that clean. And, you know, use some kind of cloth, but here I have just a Scotch-Brite pad. We're just getting good and started, but you can see we could definitely get things back to normal. And if you want to pack this away, it's going to make a mess if you don't. Dang, now I got to clean this whole stupid thing. Now, when it comes to your coffee pot, if you're like me, I just reuse it over and over, but even when you wash it, it builds up. And so we're going to take a little baking soda. It can also be used to clean the filter basket. A little bit of water, pour in some baking soda, take you a nice pad. Just get that good and clean. Gets all that residue from the coffee and the acids. Some people even take a little bit of baking soda, put it in their tea or their coffee, just to kind of tame down the acid as well. Man, that looks so much better. And no coffee is SHTF. Now for us, we have a dishwasher, but we do wash certain dishes at times and use regular detergent. The baking soda is slightly abrasive, so it'll help to cut back on a lot of things. So if you're washing dishes by hand in an SHTF situation, this is going to help kind of break things down a little bit. Now, one thing that a lot of people do is for an acid. Add some water, a little bit of baking soda. It's really about 1/4 of a teaspoon, so you don't really want to put too much. Baking soda can cause some effects if you use too much. So you just stir it up, and then this will help, because it is alkaline, it helps, you know, calm down the acid. Now, one of the things about this is you don't want to take this on a full stomach, because you need to allow your stomach acids to work. But, you know, instead of Tums or something like that, or maybe in a grid down situation, you don't have a way to calm down heartburn and an acid. And this would be a way to at least soothe it. And as far as the taste, it's not bad, but it just tastes like baking soda and water. But if it'll help with heartburn, I'm all for it. and there are claims that baking soda can help with a lot of different ailments, even to cure cancer. So, you know, I don't want to get into that, and a lot of times these things are far-fetched, but they're out there. One thing baking soda, though, is also known for is to increase performance in sports. And especially marathon runners, they take a little pill with baking soda in it, and it gives them some kind of carbohydrate effect. It increases performance pretty dramatically. So in a grid down situation, that could be something important. If you need that extra boost, maybe there's something going on to where you just need to be able to get things done. Now if you have a splinter you just can't get out, soak it in baking soda and water for a good long period of time, and this will draw the splinter out. Baking soda has been known for teeth, brushing teeth, for just standard care. And you can get a little bit of baking soda on your toothbrush and brush your teeth. You definitely have that sodium taste, but man, your teeth feel really clean. One big thing too is it does help with certain odors. Also, if you have canker sores or ulcers in your mouth, you can actually treat it with baking soda. Just make a little paste with a little bit of water, just rest it on there, and it'll help soothe it. Or if you have dentures or retainers or anything that's inside your mouth, you can also clean it with baking soda. And who wants to put dirty dentures in their mouth? Now, baking soda relieving odors, a little bit. You can use this as a paste or just as the baking soda itself. Use it for deodorant. One thing that can definitely be a problem is odor with your boots or your shoes. In an SHTF situation, you know, you're going to be wearing maybe socks for a long time, so it's good to keep those feet good and healthy. But one thing too is you may be keeping these boots in your tent or whatever. And so you don't want boots that are going to really stink. Now the great thing is these LA Police Gear side zip boots do not stink, but just to demonstrate, you just take a little bit, put it in the soles of your shoes. Doesn't take a whole lot, and then you can shake them around, and this will definitely give you some relief. And speaking of feet, they can be soaked in a bath of water and baking soda. A lot of people use Epsom salts, but it's pretty much the same thing. They're both sodium. And this helps to relieve tension, soothes your feet, and just allows them to rest. Now guys, keeping your hands clean, there's a lot of reasons why personal hygiene is important. Take a little bit of water, mix it with the baking soda. Again, the exfoliating properties, and it just keeps those hands fresh and clean. You never know what you're going to be dealing with in a zombie apocalypse. Now battery terminals can get corroded, gets battery acid all on here. It turns real white. In fact, my wife, her battery, we just had problems with it. Of course, I didn't have this video going. And I'm open this up, and I'm glad that I don't have it, but I'm sure you've seen it where it's just built up and corroded. You can take your baking soda, and this will relieve the corrosion that's on your battery. You can also do that with Coca-Cola, but this isn't about Coca-Cola. Now guys, if you do have use of a wash machine, this will help to boost the detergent that you use. But also if you have bedding, camp bedding, sleeping bags, things like that, you know, you're using them for a number of days without cleaning them, you can treat them with baking soda, just cover them, and it will help get the odors out, just like it does with your carpet at home. So just being able to translate that to standard survival situations compared to everyday use. So sodium bicarbonate or baking soda, an excellent product, of course, to have around the house, but in a survival situation, this could really take care of a lot of needs. So guys, if you're really serious about prepping and survival, check out Survival Dispatch Insider. It is one of the best resources on the web, and I upload one video a week that's exclusive to Survival Dispatch Insider that you're not going to see here on Sensible Prepper. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Now if you have some skin irritation, poison ivy, we have some poison ivy. But if it'll help with your, with water and bicodium carbonate. Bicodium carbonate